Are you tired of getting rugged in Pump.Fun? Do you want it to stop? Do you want to stop getting wrecked? Today, I'm going to share with you guys a tool that got recently updated that is going to give you fundamental tools to avoid the rug. In addition to that, I'm also going to show you guys when to pull your initials and how to mitigate the loss, because this is not a 100% proof, but this is a really good way to be able to minimize your losses. Now, I want to share with you something really quick. If you notice on Deck Screener and you see the top performing coins like Deep, Value, Dog with Pixel, Jail Cat, Nano Cat, what do you think with Pop? What do you think of all these coins? You know what all these coins are? All of them are Pump.Fun tokens. Now, imagine if when Jail Dog came out, you actually bought right here. Look at his multiple, 7 million market cap. Crazy stuff, right? So you want to make sure you're buying here and going all the way over here. That's the big play. So there's been a lot of really good tokens that have come out lately. Like, for example, No Hat, another Pump.Fun token, right? So imagine if you would have bought down here. Look where it's at right now. So almost 19 million market cap. So really crazy stuff, guys. And you want to make sure you're buying here. And unfortunately, the only way to do that is through Pump.Fun. But with there being so many rugs and so much deception, it's very difficult to avoid getting lost in the world and losing, your hard-earned money. So I'm going to show you guys some tricks, some tips with this tool on how you could avoid that and how you could actually profit from these really huge gains. Now, remember, this is not financial advice, but what I do want to let you guys know is there's tools that are going to let you do that. And the tool is called Photon. And I know I mentioned this before. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And the great thing about this particular tool, Photon, is that it recently got an update. Before, we didn't have this top traders. We didn't have this to holders. So this wasn't available. We didn't have the icons, which I'll explain how those help. We only had transaction and my holding. Not only that, but this tool will let you get into the project really early as soon as it launches. So you basically go to new pairs and it'll show all the new pairs that are hopping on here. And you can literally just click on them. Okay, so that we're not going to do that one, but you can literally click on the ones that are releasing 2 minutes ago and get in really early. So let me show you stuff that you want to avoid. So for example, let's look at this Mink Coin. Really good name, really catchy, but the thing I don't like about this is this candle. You see this big candle? That big candle tells me that the person that bought into this big candle is someone that's going to be taking a lot of portions when it comes to buying this coin. So you see right there, big candle. We have another candle right here. So this could theoretically be the dev wallet, or it could be another person that's in the team. And now we're getting in buys. So another thing I like to look at is the holders, because this will tell me how hot this coin is. So right now we have 6 holders. This could be the team. But as you guys see here, we're getting more holders. The problem that I have right now is with this spike. So if you notice, when we first got it, if we would have gotten into this token, we probably would have bought like right here. This would have been our buy. So right now we be up, right? So how do you avoid getting wrecked in this situation? Because all of this is pretty much green candles. Everything looks beautiful here, right? So I don't like the holder count on this one, even though I'll probably be able to get some profits. I do like the ticker, but I don't like the only green here. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to want to make sure we check the socials, but right now that's not so much important. What's more important is actually taking a look at the chart, seeing if the holders going up. So as you see right here, holders are taking very long to go up. But eventually what I want to see is I want to see like a plus 20 holders, because that means if for example, there is a big sell off, then that's going to tell me, okay, you know what? There's still a couple holders in there that will sustain the floor. So let's take a look what this token looks like in Pump.Fun in general. So very memeable coin here. I don't see too much traction when it comes to the comment section. The dev is holding 7%. Which is what I was mentioning right here, which is a little bit worrisome, which was this big candle here. And in addition to that, there is another person with 6%, which is that other candle right here. This theoretically could be a marketing wallet. So I am very fearful for that, because what could happen here is this going to go up and the dev could literally rug us right here. So we're going to look for another one real quick just to give you guys a better idea. But with those things I mentioned, it's going to help you identify healthy coins when you're investing on them. So once again, let's go over to Photon. Let's go to new pairs and let's look at this one. Okay, let's go to, this Kush one could have been good. Let's look at this one. This one just came out right here and we should be good here. So once again, this one looks a little bit healthier due to the fact that you notice right here, we don't have this big spike when it comes to the red candle. We got 13 holders. Top traders, so no one's made a profit, so no one's actually sold, which is a good thing here. So we're gonna look at the ticker here. We're gonna copy this in Pump.Fun. We're gonna go right here, and we're gonna go here. I mean, interesting token, 56. So that means we should be able to get some nice holders. We'll look at the website. So it's just going into, I believe, Target. So let's see what we have. So let's see. So right now we're getting a sell. Okay, so there's a sell here. So I do like this. What this means is that there's more than one person in this team that's supporting this token, and the holders are 14. But I like to get into coins that are constantly moving really fast. This one looks like it's going to be a decent mover, but not as fast as I want it to be moving. And, you know, we have these 14 holders. So once again, let's go to new pairs. Let's take a look at another one. So this Kush one, we did mention a little bit here, a little bit about it. And you could, you know, one thing I love about Photon is you could actually see the holder count right here, and you could see the people that are selling. So for example, I want to look at something like, look at this Duff one. This Duff one has 39 holders. So this is one that I would probably want to get into because I know this is sort of kind of getting farmed a little bit. I do want to see what this looks like in the in Pump.Fun here, not Pump Master, but in Pump.Fun. And let's go to Pump.Fun here and go here. Okay, paste that in there. We're gonna go, and this is Duff. So Duff is looking good. It's looking like it's going into the meta of the, you know, the cuff, which is jail dog. Okay, interesting. So I want to see how many holders we have. 17 holders. Top traders. Okay, so some people have already cashed out. So we have a fish that sold for $55, and then we have some little shrimp here that has sold for very little here. So this right here will continue to go up. So this is a really good one. I'm going to wait for it to dip. So basically what I want to do is I want to set a parameter where I think this is going to dip to and where I want to buy it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull this up here, and I'm projecting a dip to happen right here. So like around this area, that's where I'm going to buy, because this is going to go back up. And then we're just going to go back into open another window of Photon here. And we're going to take a look. This one could be really good too as well, this whiff. And where's the other one that we were looking at? Okay, so let's look at this whiff one here. This one looks like it has a really dog with motion. Okay, so we have a whale. So this is a big warning. Once again, this is the warning size I want to look at. So as you see here, top traders, a big whale, big chunk green candle. You want to avoid those big chunk green candles. Okay, so we're back to Duff here. As you guys see here, it hasn't traced down, but I do expect that we're going to get a trace down right here just because of the way the buys are coming in. So the way you know buys are coming in via micro sales is the fact that you see these little dots. So they look like little dots. That means that the person is doing micro buys. So if we go to the transaction here, you're going to see these $2 buys, which are these little dots right here. So these are micro buys to make sure that this is getting pushed to the chart as quickly as you possibly can. So this token is being farmed in the sense of pushing it forward. So these are not organic buys. These are buys made by the dev. And here we get to this massive candle right here of 51. So this is a big warning to me, because that's someone bought 51 SOL and sold 51 SOL, if that makes sense. So as you see right here, we go back to, where were we at? No, it wasn't this one. It was Duff. So we go to that, and then you get this massive sell-off, which is the one that you want to avoid. So that's the stuff that you want to be looking for. So this is dog with motion that we were looking at. Another, you see this big red candle, that's green candle. That's what you want to avoid. So this is right here, big warning. As you guys saw that there was holders here. And just like I said and kind of predicted, we are getting that dip to where I told you guys, but the holders are getting incremented because I have no idea who would buy 50 SOL and then sell 50 SOL. It's a bot. But overall in general, as you see right there, we got a massive spike. So if I would have bought, if like, you know, if you're watching this chart and, you know, you're listening to what I'm saying, if you would have bought, let me make sure I draw this. So we would have bought right here, okay? We still would be able to win, and we still be going up, okay? Because as you guys saw, that was a big volume spike, and look what it's doing to the chart. It's making it go in an upward trend here. So this coin, Jail Dog, could potentially exit out of Pump.Fun, but you want to play this smart where you're not losing. That's where we're setting these lines, and that's where we're looking at the chart. So what are we looking at? We're looking at the holders. I'm still not satisfied. I think 22 is too little at the current moment for this token. You know, I want to see that this is constantly moving, because what this is telling me is that the same people that are in the token are just kind of just holding. Now, my question is, are they holding to make sure that this goes to a certain market cap and then selling? In addition to that, it's also showing me that they're doing micro buys. So that means that someone in the team is just trying to make sure that the chart looks healthy to make sure this goes up. So there's a token I wouldn't invest in because I don't mind the micro buys, but this amount of micro buys are giving me a red flag. So what I would want to do here is I'm going to just, let it be. I still think you could get maybe like a 2x out of that one, but not one of those big potentials. So what we want to do is we're going to go to new pairs again. We're going to keep looking for something that we see decent. So let's go ahead with, I don't think this is going to do this because this is a copy. Let's look at this tunnel one. There's another farm to one that people are doing. We're going to go to new pairs. Sometimes when I make these videos, I wish that there were, things would be popping. Okay, so here's an interesting one that we have. Once again, micro buys that we're seeing here. So that means 20 holders. That's not what I like to see. I like to see a decent amount of holders because that means there are multiple people that are committed to that coin. So we go to 740, and I know when new ones come out, there's not going to be that many holders, but I do want to see a good amount of holders here. So once again, these big candles are the ones that are a little bit scary. I know there should be one at least because that's the initial buy, but when we see multiple of them, that's when things get a little bit scary because that means there's multiple people in the team, and you just want to avoid those fast sales. So let's look at sell right here. This one just came out. Okay, 9 holders. This one looks pretty good. Now this one looks pretty good because check this out, guys. So right now what we're gonna see, let's say we buy, we were to buy like right here. Okay, so we bought right here. Okay, we want to see this holder count. Now if I see this holder count right here start ticking to 20, 25, 30, that is what gives me a really good sign. So see, we bought here right now, we'd be a negative, and as you see the holder count, if it starts dipping, that is a bad sign. Now, the thing here is this is what you want to avoid. Okay, that is what you want to avoid. This is this rug thing that you want to avoid. Now, I still think this bounces back up, but the theory here is you want to make sure that you're buying down here. Okay, that's the main thing here. You want to make sure you're buying here. So the way you're able to identify is that you go to the top holders. So you see someone made out with $500. Another person made out with 200 because of the increment here. Now the holders are 9. So that means for this coin to bounce back up, more people need to pick it up and buy into it. But there's not enough people to sustain this floor. Okay. The ticker was good, but the rug happened. So that's what you want to avoid. And you could kind of just play off that by looking at the actual holders. So we're going to go back to new pairs. This is the other one we were looking at. Once again, same one coming back up here. Let's go to created so we could see when these were created. So right now we have Roar, which had 65 holders. Okay, so that's not bad. So this looks like a really interesting one. Again, we're seeing the micro buys, which we talked a little bit earlier. We're seeing some initial buys, but 39 holders. This does look like a healthy coin. So you would buy into this one, right? So you would buy into this one right now. It's a 10K market cap. I believe if it gets past this, if it gets past the 10K and it holds here, we're going to see an upward trend. But just like always, you could always see a downward trend when we get a 10. But this looks like a very healthy coin due to the fact that there is micro buys happening, but there are legitimate holders. And just like I predicted at 10, we were going to see a little bit of a dip. That is where you want to buy because where is my line here? Okay, let me put the line. So this could go as low as this. All right, so it could go up here and drop right here. But 10K is basically our target. So if you were to buy right now at 10K, which is where it's at right now, your next target would be, which is what we're looking at, 20K. So that is where people would probably sell off. So you could probably go from 10K to 20K without seeing any significant dip, as you're noticing right here. So let's say we were to buy right here. Let me put a little sign here. Where is my... So we would have bought right here. We were already been up. As you guys see here, we were already been up 14K. So I'm assuming this goes all the way up to 20K. And we'll see an initial dip of this one right here. So this is where we need to move our bar because now we're looking at a 20K drop off when we get to 20K. So I do expect this to go to 20K and then have a nice little dip. And as you see, the holders are going up. So that's what you want to keep an eye at. After you keep an eye on this, though, you also want to make sure you're looking at top traders because this is what's going to tell you if people are selling off. So some people are selling off as you hear. The P&L is extremely important because it's telling you how much profit they're making. So if they're taking big chunks like 100, 200, that is a red flag. If it's increments like this from 42, that means those are the initial bottom buyers that are actually selling them, which are little fish. And you want to look at the holder count. If it's still remaining or going up, we're still at 45. We had the major dip, which is where I told you would happen. And this is exactly bottoming out and playing out exactly like I told you. So this is where I would do my buy right here at this 10K, because this is going to go back up. Now you want to make sure you're looking at the holders, because that's going to give you the exact prediction of how well this token is. So we did the buy, as you see right here, did the buy right there. I predicted it was going to go back down, and now we should see like a little upward trend to 20K. And that is basically how you want to trade to avoid the rugs. Healthy coin, good amount of holders, because if there is a good amount of holders, the coin is not going to drop drastically, get rugged, because there's a lot of commitment that people are believing in the coin. So basically what we're looking at here is we bought right here. We're still positive. We're still positive. We're still in the green here. But we're looking to get this to 20K, which is going to make it really good here for us. So let me switch this over to market cap. Oh, what happened to my chart? Hold on. All right, so here we go. So we're going to go right here. So we're looking at so everything got messed up in my thing here. But so we're looking at that right there. So we're looking for this to get to 20K. This is 15. And eventually it will get to 20K. Because remember, initially we bought really low here. So that's what we're looking for, guys. So once it hits 20K, that is when I would pull my initials. So whatever I bought in, which is if I bought in with a soul, I would take like 1.1 out just to have my initials out. And that's whenever it hits 20K. So this is going to be fluctuating like this, because as you guys seeing here, it's not going to drop. If it's a rug, it's going to drop below that. If it's not a rug, it's just going to keep bouncing back and forth from this line, eventually getting to 20K. And that is how you play it safe with these coins. Now, if it's a boomer, like if it's going to blast like, to 1 million, then you're not going to be seeing this pattern that much. It's just going to go. And that is what you want. When you find that one, you're going to want to make sure you pull your initials as quickly as you possibly can. And that way you're not in the trade that long. But as you see here, it's exactly like I played it out, exactly like I predicted it. And being able to identify that by just looking at the new tools that Photon added, which is the holder count, the top holders, you're able to see what people are selling. All right. And you're able to see the holder count in real time. So if the holder count is going up, perfect sign that the coin is healthy and that you won't see a massive dip like you saw right there. I put this marker. That is basically what we're doing. Right now it's going to 17K. It's about to hit 20K. This is where I would pull out my initials, whatever I put in. Right now at 19K, we're about to hit 20K. So right here, this is where I'm pulling out my initials, all right? And I'm leaving a little bit of stuff in there, because eventually, if this drops anymore, the other target I'm going to leave here is I want to make sure it doesn't drop below this. If it drops below this, then I'm just going to completely take out all my stuff that I put in, because now we have a new floor that we're playing with. And that is basically what you want to do when trading in Pump.Fun. As you see here, we got to the 20K market cap just like I predicted. And that is how you could be a very smart trader, because as you see right here, the holder count is very, very strong. So if the holder count is very strong, you're almost never going to lose, but there's still a big possibility you could possibly lose. It's still, it's not financial advice, but this is going to be a very good indicator to you guys to let you know when you should exit and when you should have like a red flag when it comes to the token you're investing in Pump.Fun. Now, guys, don't forget, I have a Photon link down below, so you guys can go ahead and join Photon, the fastest trading tool that I personally have used. So I highly recommend you guys use it. I'll leave a link down below, which is my affiliate link, so you guys can go ahead and hook a brother up if you want to do so. With that being said, I hope you supercharge your crypto needs. I hope this helps you avoid rugs in Pump.Fun, and I hope this helps you guys earn a lot of exits. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.